The man who survived 2 atomic bombs. This is the true story of Tsutomu Yamaguchi, the man who survived both atomic bombings in Japan during World War II. While the world calls him the luckiest man alive. The date was August 6, 1945. Japan was exhausted. The war had dragged on for years. But in Hiroshima, the morning began quietly. Blue sky, cicadas singing, and people on their way to work. Among them was Tsutomu Yamaguchi, a 29-year-old naval engineer working for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. He had just finished a 3-month assignment designing oil tankers and was preparing to return home to Nagasaki. As he walked to the train station, he noticed a strange sound above him, a single American bomber, the Enola Gay, slicing through the sky. A small silver object dropped from its belly. Then a flash brighter than the sun. He was only 3 kilometers from ground zero when the bomb, Little Boy, exploded. The blast wave tore through the city at over 1,000 kilometers per hour. His eardrums burst. The left side of his body was burned. His skin peeled like paper. Yet somehow he was alive. He crawled through the ruins, stepping over bodies, glass, and flames, until he found shelter in a broken air raid trench. That night, the once lively Hiroshima burned like a dying star. The next morning, Yamaguchi, wrapped in bandages, limped to the train station. Against all odds, the railway still worked. He boarded a train filled with silent, burned survivors, heading toward Nagasaki. He arrived home 2 days later. His wife, Hisako, burst into tears at the sight of him, blackened, limping, half-deaf. He told her and his boss what had happened. One bomb destroyed the entire city. But no one believed him. It sounded impossible. On August 9, 1945, Yamaguchi went to work, still covered in burns, trying to convince his colleagues that Hiroshima had been annihilated. At exactly 11:02 a.m., as he stood in his supervisor's office describing the flash, another white light filled the sky. Boom! The second bomb. Fat Man. Nagasaki exploded. Glass shattered, the shock wave threw him to the floor. He had survived a second atomic blast. His home was destroyed, but Hisako and their baby son, who had taken shelter in a tunnel moments before the explosion, survived too. Yamaguchi's family was alive again. Both cities were unrecognizable. Silent wastelands filled with radiation, ash, and endless grief. Yamaguchi suffered for years from radiation sickness, burns, and temporary blindness. He lost his hair, his wounds reopened, and he lived with constant fatigue. But he never stayed silent. In the decades that followed, he spoke publicly about what he had witnessed. He wanted the world to understand what nuclear war truly meant, not through politics, but through human pain. He once said, "The reason I hate the atomic bomb is because of what it does to the dignity of human life." In 2009, the Japanese government officially recognized him as a Niju Hibakusha, a double survivor of both atomic bombings. He was the only person ever granted that title. Tsutomu Yamaguchi lived until January 4, 2010, passing away peacefully at age 93. He had seen humanity at its absolute worst, yet dedicated his life to peace and empathy. His story reminds us, even in the heart of destruction, survival is possible. But true strength is choosing compassion after living through hell. Would you call that luck or destiny?